Hello there everyone, this is I am Mark III and welcome back to the giant Stompy Robot Simulator. By which I mean Mechwarrior Online. Yes indeed. And welcome to another large site. I seem to swing around a little bit sometimes, like before this last weekend I was just playing mediums and lights and things, and now this is the second video in a row where I've brought out an assault. Well, it is what it is. And I've got what might be a slightly unusual mixture for me. It's a chassis I'm not that fond of, it's a couple of weapons I'm not that fond of as well, but we'll see how we do. It looks striking at the very least, so yes. For today's walk we have a Zeus, God of gods. Yes, ruler of Mount Olympus. Or in this particular case, the ZEU-6S resistance variant. Or just a plain old 6S will do. Now, as you can tell already, it's got missiles and lasers and guns, oh my. And a couple of guns on the weapon arm on the left. So, Mechwarrior. And this mech is pretty tightly packed, let's be honest. So, let's do the rundown. This particular mech is built on an endosteel chassis with light ferrofibrous armor. It also supports double heat sinks for extra cooling power. But that's because I didn't feel like unmounting them, so hey ho, whatever, I'll make do with the extra cooling power. Thank you very much. I barely use it. But then the entire thing runs on a XL engine running at a 380 rating. So an XL 380 out of a maximum possible for this chassis of, I believe, 390. So, yeah. For an assault mech, this thing goes like the clappers. Maximum speed is 77 kilometers an hour forward and 51 in reverse. So, yeah, it's obvious. This Zeus can strike like lightning, and then it'll trip over and fall flat on its face because I'm the one driving it. So, yeah. My apologies. Continuing from there, though, we get onto our weapon systems, which are split kind of three ways, but we've got one primary, one secondary, and one afterthought. So, primary weapon, as you can probably guess, is in purple. We have a double-mounted AC-5, so that's two in the left arm, and they are fed by 4.5 tons of ammunition scattered around the rest of the chassis, for the most part. I could have put in an AC-10 instead, but the AC-5s, they fire a fair bit faster for about the same heat. They're just a little bit bulkier in turn. So, you know, faster firing. Though I've never got on with AC-5s very well at all in this game. Not the base AC-5s, which is what I've got here. Yeah. But, and anyway, yeah, sorry. Moving on. Backing these up, we have a quartet array of ER medium lasers. 3 in the side torso, 1 in the CT. It won't matter if we lose a side torso because we've an Innosphere XL. Losing any side torso is going to kill us, so, you know, we're just loaded to the gills with weaponry and armor, basically. So armor is also maxed out. I just thought I'd mention that right away. So 4 ER meds, and then lastly the afterthought weapon is an LRM-10 in the right arm, fitted with 1.5 tons of ammunition, which is 36 salvos out of it. Not too bad. Gives the mech some long-range option and fire support, in case it's actually out of position and can't bring its other weapons to bear, but overall this configuration is more of a medium-range direct-fire combatant. It's not meant to be on the front lines though, it's got the XL engine, and it's a Zeus, so, you know, it's a bit on the bulky side. I'm not going to call it squishy, because people have quite often said that I tend to brand the Zeus as a bit squishy, a bit too quick. Because properly kitted out, the Zeus can actually be really, really tanky. Properly kitted out. This is me we're talking about. Come on. And then lastly, we have a pair of double heat sinks just strapped into the engine, 2 slots out of a possible 5. And that gives us a cooling rating of 1.26, which is actually not as bad as it sounds, because to actually be running that hot, we need to be firing everything. If we're in direct combat, then we won't be using the LRMs most likely, which gives us a cooling rating of 1.3, which is actually pretty good. Let's put the LRM-10 back. I've lost it. There it is. Right, in you go. And the ER meds are big bursts of heat, so if you ease off on those a little bit and focus on the ACs, it's not going to overheat at all. So, you know, it's like, it's intended to have most likely 2 of its 3 weapon systems engaged at once. If it's firing literally everything, then it's in trouble anyway, because the weapons are kind of geared around different things. AC5s are just like plink, 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 break armor. The ER meds is a focused burst of alpha damage, pretty dangerous, and the LOM is just for indirect bombardment, so this is very much a multi-role style mech. A jack of all trades, master of none. But that is the Zeus I am taking out for today's walk. So, enough waffling about the mech lab, let's get this thing into the fighting, shall we? Roll on, match number 1.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gents. Welcome to match number 1. The game mode is Conquest. Yay, I did it! I actually think I remembered one properly. And the map is Solaris Arena. Oh, this is a bit tight here. That's what I get for following around this Warhawk, quite honestly. Oh, hello there, Quickdraw. I'm bigger than you. Okay, let's test fire the lasers and see how they do. 30% heat spike. Okay. Not great, but we can keep an eye on that one.
We have gained Epsilon.
Honestly, I'm still not
Quite
quite
sure. Go
sure.
out there and be an armored stick.
I had no idea what that guy just said.
In the backfield, bitch about it the whole game.
Oh, we got a Lerma. Oh, I get it. Okay. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is like this is like a jack of all trades mech. I don't want to be on the front lines, but this is also geared towards my usual style, which is I like to support people. If the Warhawk cares to step in front of me and take the enemy fire to the face, so I don't have to, I will be very appreciated. Well, appreciative. Oops.
Contact data 4. At least 3 mechs.
Target spotted.
Jeez, he would stop in the middle of that, though, wouldn't he? Okay.
Target acquired.
Can I start to do things? Can I lock on? I can try. That's something of a slow lock. I think I'm just out of practice and I don't have a Beagle Active probe. Epic did mention I could have put a Beagle Active onto my Annihilator last week, actually.
Target spotted.
But I didn't do that. Timberwolf. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're on the flank here, and I also ate a lot of fire that I didn't really want to. This is not what I had in mind. I don't like it when I'm under fire. Sorry, as soon as we engaged there, I just shut right up, didn't I? Mainly because I was distracted a tiny bit.
They have resource point Gamma.
It looks like most of the enemies are over there, though.
Guys, if you're in a light mech, you also need to cap something.
I'm peeling back to Gamma now.
They have 4 caps, this is too much.
Yeah, let's see.
Left critical damage. Left.
Ow! What the heck? Until a UAC blasted through my rear plating and critted out my ammo, and then everything went boom. Yes. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. Roll on match number 2. Jeez. I'd forgotten the Zeus had that habit.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Fleet command coming in. Capture the target area and engage any hostiles.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gents. Welcome to match number 2 of a possible 3, depending on timing. I'm running out of time to record this one, unfortunately. If it's another short one, though, I should be able to squeeze in another one. It's just depends, really, because if you lose and your mech gets killed in a match, your mech is still tied to that match until that particular match ends. So, you know. You can't just quit out and join a fresh match with the same mech. Unfortunately, the game just doesn't let you do that. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. That last round was really short, but it also demonstrated one of my building practices, I suppose, which is the fact that I tend to tilt armor. So my forward armor is reinforced and thicker, but the trade-off is that my back armor
Target
is
acquired.
my back armor is thinner, and as a result I am incredibly easily penetrated on many of my designs by attacks to my rear.
Come on, boys, let's give it to him.
It's another team biased thing. So if the enemy can get around me, they can generally do a lot of damage because my armor plating won't be able to withstand much. But if they can get, if I've got teammates with me helping me out, then it's not as much of a problem. Then again, this is another Zeus. Oh. Then again, I did get lashed by a bunch of large lasers, so it's kind of understandable that I got pummeled so hard. I guess.
Break the dicks
Yeah.
to come to us and then smash them.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
900
Firing
meters.
line.
There's a Fafnir with. Ooh, that's a range support Fafnir.
FA.
New target acquired.
Wish I had that Beagle Axe bow. But yeah, I kind of pushed forward a little bit too hard, so I ate a bunch of fire from one of their large
Ready.
mechs.
Don't take fire.
But yeah, don't take fire, he says. I've already taken a whole bunch. Oh, hello, Timberwolf. Yeah, backups give that Timberwolf room. He didn't back up far enough, so he's eating some fire now. Oh, jeez. Gotta be careful, my right torso is actually exposed quite a bit.
New target acquired.
Watch out for that Panther, he's loaded for long range.
Target spotted.
Oh, and he walked in front of me just as I fired my ACs. Wait, is there someone up there firing? Yes, there is. Oh, jeez.
Target spotted.
Oh, we're getting flanked around. This is not good. My rear plating has taken critical hits already because...
New target acquired.
yeah,
Get
they're
him with
flanking
the
behind
artillery.
us. This isn't good. Blooming AC-5s. I mean, I think what throws me off is more like it's the projectile speed more than anything.
Target spotted.
The refire rate's okay. I mean, they do fire fairly fast, but
New target acquired.
there's a Timberwolf over there. And I don't want to expose myself to it. Let's get clear through. Where are my allies at? Ugh.
Focus fine. Move it up.
Right torso critical.
No, my torso. My right torso is
Full target.
gutted.
Heat
They've
level
NASCAR'd us so hard. Oh, jeez.
7.
left arm critical damage. Autocannon destroyed. Heat level critical.
Override. If I slow down, I'm dead. I'm gonna be dead anyway.
Left arm destroyed.
For goodness sake.
Medium laser destroyed. Autocannon ammo destroyed.
Yeah, I'm getting critted hard. There we go. Oh. In case anyone's not keeping track, a Zeus with an XL engine is very quickly dealt with. It's. I think it's. I'm not going to blame the Zeus. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Thank you very much. At least I did more than 18
Why am I
damage,
getting focused?
which I did last time. But yeah, there's a massive circling going on. which I am not kitted out for.
New target acquired.
But
Take out that Viper.
I think the problem is the combination of the Zeus's bulky shoulders,
Heat level critical.
and the problem is if I lose one of those, my XL gets me killed.
Heat level critical.
Yeah, this has just turned into a massive brawl, which
Take
is
out that
fine.
Viper. Fuck's
Acquired.
sake, come on guys, with the lights.
Heat level critical.
This has turned into a massive brawl, and honestly, I suck at brawling anyway. If you throw me into a massive melee like this, I go down very easily. I'm not very good at it.
Left leg critical damage. New target.
And the enemy
acquired.
often realizes that I'm getting vulnerable
Level
fast and
critical.
start,
Right
well,
leg
shredding me,
critical
Don't
damage.
get
really.
hit by this Viper.
That's my main problem. I don't tend to build mechs to cope with this.
Okay, we're
Target
dealing with
spotted.
whatever you fight with them at.
New
We've
target
done a lot
acquired.
more damage if someone had taken that Viper off my tail.
Yeah, the
Like
enemy
straight
though
up
was
and
was
up,
playing
straight
high
away.
mobility.
New target acquired.
Right. I think I need to do. The hell? Oh, that was someone's warhorn.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
Yeah, I mean this just says it's close circling and a massive brawl. I am not good at that fight at all. Right. General conclusions then. I am afraid this is going to have to
Wait.
be.
On the Viper, fuck's sake. Shoot his legs.
Left arm critical damage. Center torso.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to draw a conclusion there. There's not enough time left for me
Too
to
right.
attempt a third match. So, conclusions about that particular Zeus. It's a Zeus.
Go back to training.
I think this might be the first time I've honestly, truly comprehended XLs in Zeus is a bad idea.
That's it, back it up. The
Yep,
hostiles
we
are
lost that
taking
one.
control of the target.
But, I don't know. Every time I come back to the Zeus, it feels like it's an
Everyone, you can
oddball
just,
to me.
hit tab and the sound thing on the right and flanking.
Yeah. It's an oddball. It's like it's got the LRMs. It's okay. It's got quad ER meds. That's a solid weapon pick for a supporting or backup weapon system. And then the AC5s have me just like still umming and ahhing, and it's like they feel weird. They don't kick like I expect. I know statistically they do a fair bit of damage, but they don't feel like it. Even when I'm connecting with them a bit. I think I need FaceTime with them honestly. But this is a poor mech to pick for FaceTime because, well, you know, its armor plating can buckle and it's got an XL engine in it. So yeah, this particular mech configuration, I think the death sentence for it is the XL. I will not be returning to this particular mech. Well, not this arrangement anyway. So that said, I've noticed I do occasionally return to try out double AC5, and I'm not sure why. I also think like an AC10 would have been better, but AC10s, it's the same problem. I don't really get AC10s either. Flip AC5, AC5. I've got enough space to fit. Well, I can't fit an AC, the big ones because I've got a lower arm actuator in there. But I can at least fit a UAC-10, which I get along okay with. LBX is AC-10. So I have all these other options, which if I go with a single ballistic instead of a double, I can get along pretty well with. I mean, I could have gone with a double rack 2 in there. I get along great with double rack 2s. But I didn't because it felt like I keep going for that because I really, really like them. So, an LBX-10 would have actually been okay there. But yeah, I think maybe a UAC-10, and then beefed up with an MRM or something like that. The quad ER meds was still okay. It could have done with a bit more cooling, though, I must admit. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is a loadout which has kind of failed in my eyes. But hey, this is about testing different things out, so you know. I may not like it, but my thoughts and opinions and yada 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 is all up there for people to see. It was an attempt. Someday I'll get a Zeus I'm happy with. Not quite there yet. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and apologies again for the slightly short combat section of this particular video. Though I think I've made up some time on commentary and thoughts and stuff like that as well. Oh, Zeus. I used to love you in Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries, you know? I think that's why I keep coming back to you. Then again, Mechwarrior Mercenaries 2, you could do a lot more customization. You didn't have these weapon slot things. Yeah. Anyway, see you all later.